Dude, out of all the shit that I've learned from the Britney Spears podcast this weekend, was your tongue is your sword. Joseph!
Warning. The following program is a gaggle of friends talking about happenings in the world. It is meant to be comedic, informative, and not really serious. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or this broadcasting platform. There may be some cuss words, because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are a young person, please seek permission before listening any further. Sincerely, the people of Two Tired Dads. P.S. Don't sue us. Warning. The following program.
Every time. Stacy, how you doing, man? We're back, man.
Good. How are you? How was the trip?
The trip was a trip. I am taking everything seriously that they want me to do. But before we get started, let's cue that intro music. We got a big night ahead. We got Big Daddy Booba Magna running around. Here we come. Camaro, boom, boom. Everybody get ready because ain't nothing gonna be down. I mean, Stacy, you've done your research on this man.
He's a bad man.
I mean,
Jim.
There's no other man. Right. So, first and foremost, folks, we'd like to apologize for running behind. Things happen for a reason, and everything happens good. I mean, who cares? By the time you're listening to this driving to work, you're going to be like, everything's normal. But, Stacey, how you been, man?
Man, getting over an illness, believe it or not. I was sick over Christmas, sick on my son's birthday, kind of messed up. Birthday number 5. He just turned a big 5. Shout out SB3.
Big man. Big man. What are we sick of?
Man, we thought it was COVID, but it wasn't COVID.
It's fake. You know that.
Yeah, I'm with you. It was definitely flu-like symptoms, man. When I tell you, I wrapped myself up in a robe and 2 down comforters and sweat for 2 days straight. Slept for 36 hours. And I'm finally to where I'm not congested enough to where we can have this conversation.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I mean, that's good. I mean, we were in Florida, dude. Boys did not want to leave. And that town is, because I looked up, we're going to bring Camaro on here. I had to get my pro wrestling fixed now. I was checking out a local indie show, like what, if you go to, and he'll correct me if I'm wrong, there's like an indie platform of indie wrestling where you can go to see where everything's at in Florida. And there was like nothing in Panama City Beach. And so, right, it had like the farthest was an hour out. And I don't know like the Florida licensing laws or anything like that, but that market needs to be touched, man. Like,
hey, it sounds like future plans.
I wouldn't know about that, but it's like if Tony Khan wants to keep stealing the formula of WCW, then they should end up with the show eventually in Panama City, because that's where the last WCW show was. And so, dude, how about this? We're going to get our song out of the way. I don't want to say out of the way, but it's like we got a big that's right. We got a big spending guy that we put some love into. I'm so excited for this interview with Camaro Jackson. He is the best wrestler right now in St. Louis. He has literally worked the fucking Chaffetz Arena. I was there when he got to do his quad father daddy dance right there in front of 10,000. And he knows what I'm talking about. But I can't wait to bring him on. Dude, he is so much better than Mike Outlaw. 1,000 times better than KLD, and fucking 1,000,000,000 times better than Adrian Surge. Ricky Cruz couldn't keep up with him, but we're going to get into that after our song. The song of the week, baby. John T. Graham, keep showing up, because dads, you are out there in the trenches right now, and we all know we got kids and people depending on us. So we're going to get situated. Ladies and gentlemen, tune in. We're going to bring back the big Camaro when we get back.
So you're looking for the secret that got me here. Some kind of magic ingredient that takes you there. Well, you just keep showing up. You just keep showing up. You just keep showing up. Yeah, you just keep showing up. I bet it isn't what you wanna hear from me. No, you just wanna find some kind of lucky pill for free. But you just have to keep showing up. You just keep showing up. Yeah, you just keep showing up. You just keep showing up.
I never like picked the right time to fade it in or fade it out. But like when I listen to that song, I think about my boy Stacy. See, I just want to give a public shout out right now to Stacy because Stacy, you have been literally grabbing this podcast by the balls and you have been making sure everything flows so smoothly. I just want to take a moment of gracious gratitude because just like all partners, I feel like it's just needed, you know. So I just want to take the time to do that to you. And, you know, that's something that, you know, I'm sure our guest Camaro, his partner has never done. Mike Outlaw, because Mike Outlaw's selfish. But anyway,
Well,
bro, Camaro Jackson in the goddamn. How have you
what's
been,
going
man?
on, boss?
What's up? What's up, man? What's up, y'all?
How
Hey,
have you
well,
been?
tired dads, we're happy to have you.
Hell yeah. With the
Stacy,
crew, the
fire us
dad
off with the
crew.
questions, baby. Fire it off.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna let you. Well, first and foremost, I always love to hear the story of how people decided to go into the career field they're in. So I always want to know what brought you to professional wrestling.
I mean, always been a fan. I started watching it 2000 when I was 6 years old. Always been a fan. I've always played sports growing up. When I got to college, I ran track in college my freshman year, and that shit was ridiculously hard. Um, Being a student athlete was probably the worst shit in the world to ever try to do. And on top of that, I kept getting injured. I kept getting injured. I'm like, yeah, I think I'm too injury prone for this. I ran track for like almost 10 years. So at that point, I'm like, yeah, I'm burnt out. I'm done. So I started going to the gym, like actually lifting weights, like yeah, trying to get big. Cause when I was running track, I was like 185. I think at the biggest, when I was running, I was like 190. But yeah, I never really like was like big like I am now. I've always had decent size, but once I was done with track, I started lifting weights. I convinced myself that I was going to become a wrestler. And let's see, that was 2013. 2012, 2013 was my freshman year in college. So I started with the mindset like, I'm going to the gym every day. I'm gonna work out, be big, become a wrestler. And at first, I didn't take myself serious at first. I was working out and stuff, but like, you know how like you'll say something out loud, you're like, oh, it'll never happen, but you still have that thought in the back of your head, like, okay, maybe one day it will happen. Um, So anyway, like I'm working out or whatnot, and I found Harley School. They were having a 3-day camp or whatever, weekend camp, Friday, Sunday. And when I was going to school in Kansas City. So It was on the way home. So I did that camp, and that was 2014 when I did the camp.
Oh,
May 2014. Did the camp for 3 days, and it was the best thing ever. Best thing ever. You had the WOW crew, Lily Ray, Stacey O'Brien, Harley was there, beautiful Bobby Eaton was there. Um, just a whole bunch of um other guys who've been around the block. So that whole weekend, let me say about that weekend. So day one, we learned how to bump and stuff. And at the time, they had a facility where people used to go work out and stuff. And I'm like, man, this is tight. This is what people do at WWE and shit. Like at the time, I was totally ignorant to the idea of independent wrestling.
okay.
So like I assume wrestlers just anybody. If you was in wrestling, like you was making that bread, you you knew everybody from WWE, XYZ, blah 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 blah. So I did a 3 day camp, great experience. But I didn't officially start training to be a wrestler to the end of 2016. Still in college, I wanted to finish college. I wanted to at least get to the point where like, okay, I'm done with college. I want to move on to something else. So 2016, December 2016 is when I officially started training to be a professional wrestler. So yeah, I've always been a fan, man. Always been a fan. Like I literally, I literally missed school the day after Eddie Guerrero passed away because I was literally crying and throwing up. That's like, I felt like I lost my best friend that day. So like, I've been in tune with wrestling day one, day one.
Okay.
Now, now fast forward because as you know, believe it or not, we are grown up now. And
Hmm.
now you are a dad, in which,
Hmm.
first of all, you can text us at 636-338-3315 for any questions, comments, concerns, guidance you need from us dads. But I mean, you're a dad now, man. I mean, so you're also a pro wrestler. I mean, so first question that a lot of people have: what's the average day of the dad life for Camaro Jackson? You got a beautiful family, man. I mean,
Thank
you
you,
got
boss.
they're grown. I mean, you're fucking doing it. Every picture this man posts looks like he could be a Hallmark like card.
He
Any
looks like home.
occasion, like I get, what is the life of a dad, baby?
So a normal day for me is I wake up in the morning, I go to my shoe job, and the
Shoot job
beautiful
for
thing,
those who don't know means the real life big boy job for us dummies
yeah,
out there.
yeah,
For us
my
normies.
my play job outside of my wrestling job that I have to have. But no, I go to work. The cool thing about my job is I'm on salary, but I have like extremely flexible freedom to do whatever I want. And I
Hey,
don't
that makes a
abuse
huge
that.
difference.
If my boss is hearing me, I don't abuse that. But what I mean by flexible freedom, if I needed to like leave at this any second, I can leave and go home for an hour or two if I need to. If I need to go to the doctor or whatever. Like it's one of those things. It's one of those places where like if I do my work, they don't bother me. I'm in my own space. I'm by
I'm sorry.
myself. I don't have any immediate supervision. Really, it's just
I'm
me.
laughing at the
So
caption.
Read it. Read it.
yeah, man. So I work out when I want to. I have time to hang out with the kiddos. It's crazy, man. 'Cause like this last couple years has been really like wrestling and personally has been like heaven on earth, heaven on earth. Because I feel like I'm doing everything that I want to do with
Now,
no restraints.
Okay.
now, now, do the kids come to the shows? Do the kids come backstage?
Don't so they haven't been backstage yet to a show. No, have they? No, they haven't been backstage. They do go to the shows. Um, The boys, they love it. My daughter, she's terrified because she always like, "Oh my God, Dad, you're hurt. You're hurt." I'm okay. She's like, "But no, your back, your hip, your ankles. What are you doing?" Like she always freaks out. She's always whenever I get on the road, she's involved in tears. And my oldest son, he goes, "Girl, he'll be right back. Dad, he do the same movement." So like, my boys are cool. They cool. But my girls, my daughter and my wife, they act like they act like I'm going to Vietnam.
Hey, that's love right there, though. That's love. So
So
my
yeah.
question, if that kind of goes with the wrestling and being a father, is how do you separate the high energy persona that you have in the ring from not bringing it in the house whenever something goes serious, like the dishes didn't get done, and you're like, I'm about to body slam y'all through the couch. You know, like,
Like man, I'm pretty. I guess. I it's crazy because like my area persona and me, they're like different but the same. Cause like, dude, like I'm always in a decent good mood for the most part. Like I can get pissed off when I need to, right? And I hate that because that's just not good for nobody involved. But yeah, man, like I'm pretty different but the same. Like when I'm Camaro, I'm Batman. Can't nobody fuck with me.
You
But when
didn't
I'm
do
as
your
long
homework. You're going through a fucking table.
it's funny when you guys called. I was wrestling with my baby. He was just cracking up.
And so that I mean, that's what we bring it in. You like me, like Stacy, and you're very proud of it.
Hmm.
Roast our generation all the time. We are '90s kids. We are
Yep.
very proud. We are
I'm an 80s
raised.
baby.
Right, well, I'm saying, but we grew up being raised. I was born in '89.
Yeah.
You were born
Okay.
in '80. Okay,
Touche.
I'm saying,
Touche.
and Camaro, when
Okay.
were you born, bro?
94.
'94. He's okay. He's so still. That makes me stronger for the record since I'm older. We got that out of the way. So what I'm
Hey,
saying is,
that grown man, that daddy strip is different, bro. That
It's a
grown
whole
man
different
strip.
level, man.
but
Right.
what I'm saying is, next question. I mean, '90s parenting style versus today
Hmm.
parenting style.
Oh God.
You know what I mean? Like, so
Yeah.
because guys like us, we were raised by the Hey Arnold grandparents. We were
Hmm.
raised by the Stu and the fucking DD of the
Yeah. Yeah.
Rugrats. We so nowadays you got electronics out the ass everywhere. You
Oh,
don't really
dude.
know. You know what I and
Dude.
please.
Dude. Like I have to tell them to get off the fucking tablets and read a book just for a little bit. Stop watching TV. Stop playing games on your watch. Read a book. Go outside and play. Well, I will give them credit. They do enjoy going outside themselves. Some point, I will give them that. But I have to tell my dude, read a book. Read a book. And my daughter loves to read, so that's thank God. But my boys are knuckleheads, so I have to tell them, just read a book for a little bit. Y'all can get back on your tablet, play on your game in a minute. Just get on the guide, read a book, goddamn book. But yeah, man, it's crazy. The other day, I was talking to my wife about videotapes, VHSs or whatever. And my daughter was like, "What's that?" And I said, "What do you mean, what's that?" That's where you can watch movies on it. She's like, "What?" And I showed her it. She was like,
Do you know how many
and I'm like, "Why are you
movies?
making that face? Don't make that face at me."
You know how many
She's
movies as a
like,
kid I fucked up with my grandfather's like tapes just by
"Dude,
accident. Right
so
after we're all guilty
now
of
you
that
got me
shit.
started." So, bro, I fucking love Twister. I fucking love Twister. As a
We got
damn
him to
kid,
cuss,
I love
Stacy.
Twister. I don't know why I love it. I just enjoyed fucking Bill Paxton and Hella Hunt. So I remember this day because I was devastated and my mom laughed at me. I poured orange juice in the fucking film. I poured orange juice and I tried to put it in my VCR and I fucked up my VCR. And my mom, she goes, "Why would you do that? It's your VCR. You broke it. Now you can't get a new one." And I looked at her. I said, "What? What about Twister?" And she was like, "Nope." I was like, all right, bawled my eyes out. And I think that's when I gained consciousness that I was a fucking human being. Because I remember that day like it was yesterday. Ugh.
Well, that kind of leads me into you with the VHS is obviously what's one of the craziest things your kids have done? They put you in the same scenario. I know for me, my son tried
Oh,
to save Spider-Man and cracked the television. So it's
dog.
it's
What
crazy.
do I pick? What do I freaking pick? Uh, so I will say, as crazy as this is, they did learn. My oldest son learned something from this. Um, so of course, the Spider Man, the obsessed with Spider Man. So this is when Spider Verse come out, the first one.
2018.
So yeah, 2018. 2018 going into 2019. This dude, he is playing. We have these couches. Our couches are like kind of next to each other, so he can technically jump from one couch to the other to the other. And we had a table in the middle of the living room. So 2018, he's three. So what? 2018, 2019. So he's yeah three. Um, he's jumping, and we used to tell him, "Liam, you're gonna hurt yourself. Liam, you're gonna hurt yourself." He said, "Okay." He'll stop for a few seconds, and he'll do it again. Liam, you're gonna hurt yourself. Liam, you're gonna hurt yourself. One day, he jumped from one couch to the other, hit the side of his head on the table. Boom. And you see him crying. "Ah." Then, trying to calm him down. He's 3 years old. He's trying to calm him down. And we told him, like, "You okay?" He's like, "Yeah." Then we said you were gonna hurt yourself? He's like, "Yeah." But the crazy cool stuff, because he used to watch these YouTube videos of like these guys doing Spider-Man stunts. The cool and crazy part about that is by him watching those videos, he's trained himself to become like a gymnast slash parkour. Like brother taught himself how to flip, cartwheel. He can do tiger rolls. Like I'm like, dude, what the hell? He can halfway nip up, do walking handstands. Like he taught this shit by watching YouTube videos. And I'm like, damn, the TV wins
Man, you
again.
when I tell you, you're like, forgive me. Hold on. SB3, come here. When I
Oh
tell
boy.
you you're living
Oh
the
boy.
story you just told, I lived earlier this week when I
Oh,
like, and I'm
Really,
not bragging
really.
anything. I'm so embarrassed by this, but like, baby boy, come here. Like, I want you to see
oh
jumping
boy.
couch to couch. Okay.
Uh huh.
I've lectured this young man. Now, again, he just turned 5 on Tuesday
Yeah.
to quit jumping on furniture. Come here, baby boy. You're okay. And this is the side effects of what happens when you don't listen to your parents. So, if your
Hmm.
kids want to listen, or they want to listen in, I want you to just see the side effects of jumping off furniture. Come here. This is
Oh
come here.
shit.
Forgive the superhero, but show him your cheek.
Oh
Oh,
my
nephew.
God.
How do we do that, baby boy?
Because I was playing under furniture and fell off the couch.
Uh-huh.
Straight onto
Nephew.
the coffee table, dude.
Okay.
Straight onto the
Holy
coffee
crap,
table. When I tell you, my heart skipped a beat. Like
dude.
he froze for a second, started crying. I was like, "Come here." He climbed in my lap, and when I tell you, the toughest kid I've ever seen in my life, 5 seconds of
Yeah.
crying, and he literally looked at me and was like, "I'm good. I'm tough."
Yep.
And hopped up and
Yep.
ran off. I was like, "Oh, I have a problem on my hands, man." Like
Yep.
I would have been
Yep.
decommissioned for at least 30 minutes. And
Dude.
I'm not bragging on that. The little dude is crazy. But when you talk about that story about jumping in gymnastics, like he's a big 5-year-old, okay? And gymnastics,
Mm-hmm.
he's built like us. We're bigger men. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I,
Mm-hmm.
we're not meant to be doing flips and shit. When I
Dog.
tell you,
Dog.
I looked
Blew my
away
mind. Yeah.
for, for literally, when I tell you I looked away and looked back and my spider reflexes just weren't there. I'm
Yeah.
talking about it hit. Asia's in the kitchen. She's like, I was like, oh my God.
Mm.
Like, it's the craziest thing. But in his mind, he's wearing it like a battle wound. He's proud of it. I'm like, as you
Yeah.
see, he's like, this is
Yeah.
crazy. But
You ain't
yeah,
lying.
So
it's just
so
crazy that you told that story. And I'm like, man, I just lived that. That is fucking insane. Like,
so
but
Camaro, your nickname as many, the
Mm-hmm.
quad father,
Mm-hmm.
as because your quads are huge as shit, or as Jared made the comment, "Your quads are bigger than some CEO's bank accounts."
Counts.
So with that being said, like you are also known as like the Godfather of St. Louis. I mean, you have literally. I mean, I can say this because I answer to nobody. Now, the reason why I love you and everything that you do is that when the pro wrestling, and this is something that me and Outlaw had a passionate conversation about. Pro wrestling has lost the focus on black wrestlers. That's just
Mhm.
always has been, and that's why
Mhm.
T is my favorite fucking wrestler. Is
Mhm.
because when he came in the scene, he was like just this athletic motherfucker, a big
Mhm.
powerhouse motherfucker, and it reminds me
Mhm.
your style reminds me a lot of the book, baby. And what I'm saying is, he was the first, athlete that this
Mhm.
generation saw in African American, because the way that Vince portrayed African American men was always song
Mhm.
and dance or like a
Mhm.
sideshow, and it was
Mhm.
super disrespectful and super shitty. And so you have come across as being the godfather of St. Louis, where you have literally mended so many communities together, the Puerto Rican community, the African American community, the, as you said it before, Troy, the country losers down here next to
Yeah.
me. And it's like you have handled so many. I know for a fact you diffused the situation with me and Dan the dad back in 2019 when I almost beat his ass, but that won't go there. But how would have you, and he laughs because he remembers it. How would have you handled the CM Punk situation entirety?
Hmm. Like the backstage stuff.
Yeah. Let's say you were on that board. You were next to Daniel Bryan and those three other
Oh
idiots, and
man,
they said, "All right,
it's
Camaro."
in my opinion, um, it's there should have been a conversation. We gotta go backwards a little bit because like from outside looking in, it seems like it's just a communication thing. Like people weren't having adult communication, like having that conversation. It's like those awkward and annoying and yelling conversations. Because at the end of the day, like we're all in it to make as much money as possible. So like regardless of our differences and disagreements, like let's get paid. Let's make this bank. So like if we got an issue, we got a situation that made it out to the public, let's be adults about this and let's work. Let's make this an angle. Let's make this a story. Like the stuff they're doing now with Punk and Rollins, like those two don't like each other, but like they're gonna make some money off that. They're gonna make a shit ton of money off that.
Are
So
you
like
going
I
to
think
Philly?
those are. I don't know. I don't know. It depends. It
Keep
depends.
going. I'm
It
sorry.
depends.
Yeah.
It depends. I need to knock SummerSlam off on my list. I just went to Survivor Series. Oh, that was so awesome. Just went to
Oh
Survivor
boy.
Series. So I have one more big four pay-per-view. And I've went to all the big four pay-per-views. Maybe WrestleMania. If not, definitely SummerSlam, depending on where it's at. But
I'm not due
yeah,
back
man.
to Panama City Beach till the 8th. So I'm for sure going to Philly before I do that because that's April
Hell
6th.
yeah.
So I'm going to night one.
Philly is dope, bro. Philly is
I
dope.
have only been once. I've gotten a picture outside the stadium, then I jump back in the car to go to fucking New York. So I
Well,
have.
Hmm
I got a
Me and
question.
Outlaw
Just
had went
oh,
to
sorry.
Philly to wrestle. We had did the ran the stadium stuff, took pictures, had some real Philly cheesesteaks. Accidentally drove to New Jersey.
Stacy, what you
Yeah,
had a
Philly
question, baby?
season.
Now you brought the fat guy out of me when you talked about them Philly cheesesteaks. Got them, you
Hmm
know, but
hmm
as far as I was thinking, like when I think about kids in wrestling, right? And I know that you got to decipher, like, hey, dad's okay and things. But what's some of the funniest things that your kids have said to you, like coming out of the ring, or you know, when you're going in? What would you say are some of the funniest things they've said or thought?
Huh. They always ask me, "Am I going to win?" I said, "I hope so." So like, when they see me lose, it's the funniest thing. They're like, "Oh, Daddy lost."
So
Well, how do you?
oh,
Well, I was
Go
gonna
ahead.
say, off of that, with the win and the loss, how do you explain to your kids, like, look, don't tell your friends' parents I'm gonna beat their ass, whenever y'all get in an argument? Like, how do you
Oh
stop them from,
no,
throwing dad out there like my dad will beat you up? Like,
it's crazy because they tell their friends, but their friends never believe them until they see me, and they're like, "Wow, he's big." And I show them like a little video or a clip or something, and they're like, "You do that? Does it hurt?" They ask those type of questions, so it's pretty interesting and funny, like to see like this their friends and how they like react to that.
So I know we're talking about being dads, but you got to live a childhood dream,
Hmm.
and you got to live many. And like my favorite memory witnessing was when you had, I can't remember who you had. I think it might have been Daddy Ass, like in the Shafits,
Hmm.
AEW Dark. You had him up, lifted. I
Oh,
mean,
you said AEW Dark? No,
AEW Dark.
that was Wheeler. That was Wheeler
That was
Yuta.
Wheeler. You had
Yep.
him up, and you squatted.
I did wrestle Daddy ass though before.
That's what I want to bring up, though. You got to stand toe to toe against Billy Gunn. What was it like, dude?
Fucking awesome. Billy Gunn is fucking awesome, bro. So the coolest thing Billy Gunn ever said to me was when you first met me, he was like, I do the pounds.
Yeah.
So so yeah, you're the Monty Brown guy, huh? And I was like, yeah, 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 yeah. So like that was like the highest compliment that I could ever accept from
Sounds like
somebody.
your conversation with him was better than mine. His was, get that fucking marker out of my face, you mark. I'm not doing autographs. And I said, okay, holy
Oh my God,
Uh,
that's awesome.
okay, I will put this action figure away. I fucking didn't want it anyway.
hey,
I
that's
didn't,
awesome.
I didn't win anyway. But no, man, Billy's super fucking cool. Every time I do extra work for AW, he always speaks to me. We chat for a little bit until he has to do something. But yeah, man, Billy was awesome. Like that's every time I wrestle someone who's been on TV or still is on TV, someone like of importance. They're always super cool. They're always down to earth people. They're not like most guys who are full of themselves and they haven't done shit. Like wrestling those guys who have done great things in this business, and just for them to be this down to earth and humble, like it's crazy, dude.
So for 2024, you and
Hmm.
Outlaw are kicking your brand to a whole new level. I mean, as much
Hmm.
as he is a loser, and I'm not going to, crap on you for teaming up with a loser. But what I'm saying is, you guys are literally rebrand. For those who don't know, it's called the Forge now, right? STL
Hmm.
Forge. It's called the
Hmm.
STL Forge. And Mike and Camaro, this is just my opinion, took all their eggs in one basket with a stupid idiot who did not have his life together.
Hmm.
And basically, when that stupid idiot beat the shit out of his wife and then hightailed it to North Carolina, which is all public information. I'm not going to drop Davey Richards' name. That would be rude. But what I'm going to say is that that's what happened because he ended up going to North Carolina and all of a sudden he's a jujitsu guy with his white belt, so making his little homemade videos of his shitty form leg kicks. And so my question to you is when you had to rebrand from that black eye, I mean, what was the conversation among you and Outlaw, if you don't mind me asking? Because now
Hmm.
you guys have to refocus and rebuild, and I know it's hard, but you guys are doing a hell of a job.
Yeah. So when things went south with that, it just came down to like, okay, do we really want to like continue to do this? And I'm not gonna lie, man, I was checked out. It made that when that shit happened, I was like, fuck, I can't believe this is happening. Like, first of all, couldn't believe it happened. Especially to the person involved. Um, not to him, but to her.
Yeah.
Because she's a sweetheart, sweetest person ever. And just to know what happened, it took me by surprise, honestly. Like a lot of
Yeah.
people were saying like, "Oh, this is nothing new, XYZ," and I'm like, if I would have known this, I would have never associated myself with the guy. I wouldn't
He was
even
on a resurgence
wasting my
tour.
time.
He
So
was on
like,
a resurgence tour. Keep going. I'm sorry, my
and
fault.
like it's crazy because like that motherfucker worked all of us. Like you, that motherfucker worked all of us. But no, yeah, it just he Outlaw wants to keep going. And the first I was like, man, fuck. I don't know if I want to do it. Maybe I won't do it. But then I thought about it and I'm like, well, that's not fair to these guys who are training under us. Um, who look up to us, and some who didn't have a place to go wrestle. Like a lot of the guys, they live too far out the way to go train at Harleys, and a lot of other guys they
Mhm.
don't want to travel to go train at Bob Order School or just wasn't interested. And the same with Dynamo Pro School. Um, so it just came down to me just realizing like, okay, I'm the leader in this situation. This is the opportunity for me to step up and show like I'm truly one of the top guys in the scene, not just in the ring, but outside the ring. That was really my opportunity to, I guess, move up and not rankings or nothing like that, but move up. Like I'm not speaking
Fill
personally,
in the
like
void.
move up.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Step up as the man.
And
Being a
so
dad. Being a quad father.
oh my God, gotta do this shit. We gotta do this shit. We gotta keep going. And this is a big opportunity for us to do something different and that's not going on happening in the town, you know? We're two of the top guys in the scene and we have a wrestling school. Like why not? Why not keep it going? And what's crazy, we've gotten more people. Like as soon as the situation happened and we rebranded, we got more people. Like people are actually
Yeah.
interested to be with us. Like a lot of those cats came to that school because of me and Outlaw. And this is something I'm
What's
gonna
the name of
say
the
to
school? Sorry, I don't
unbelievable
mean to cut
fucking
you off.
face because I consider Outlaw not only as one of my closest friends, my brother, but like I look up to that dude. Like I look up to him a shit ton.
School is called the
Um,
Forge. The Forge STO.
yep, that's it.
I just want to make
I
sure we
look up
give a
to that
shout out
dude
to
a
it.
lot. Like when I came back home after I graduated college and whatnot, I went down to train with Outlaw and Dynamo, and like I was I was doing okay, but he knew I could do better. He knew I there was like something in the tank for me to kind of go above and beyond. And man, bro, like we have like the same thoughts, the same opinions about stuff. Not even just in wrestling, just random shit. You know what I mean? We think the same, bro. We from the same identical backgrounds. Like, bro, like that dude has helped me out a ton. So like he's like if you put us on like a family tree type of deal, like it's Outlaw here, then me, then we have our little freaking of students who come through or whatnot who are growing on the scene. Like so
You got Tootie.
we got Tootie, got ATM, uh who else? We got the new guys now. Um Moses and Raheem started working out with us after they were done in Harley's. Um damn man, Mason St. Good,
Will Lowe.
Big Munch, yep, Kenny Alfonso.
Sorry.
Uh
Yeah. Sorry.
Well, I
Devin,
want
I
to use
got
this
you.
as a
I'm coming through,
segue.
baby. I got you. I'm a worker, baby. You see, I
as
just kept
Stacy
going.
was saying.
You good. You good.
And this kind of goes in with the legacy building, right? Like you're rebuilding, rebranding, building the legacy.
Mm,
So My question, and this is, as far as unfulfilled dreams, right? Because obviously, wrestling, you've been on some big stages,
Yeah.
already. And so, what would you say is one of your unfulfilled dreams, whether it be in wrestling or not in wrestling, that you're looking forward to or you're working towards?
So in wrestling, man, like, and I made this tweet on Twitter the other day. Like, I have one true goal, and I want to be signed. That's gonna be my goal until it happens. Like, even if I reach a point in my career where they don't see me as a in-ring competitor. All right, I'll do backstage. I'll be a coach if I have to. I'll be a motherfucking referee. Because like at the end of the day, I want a job there. I want a
You
job.
froze on us, so you might have to repeat that.
You want
Can
a
you hear me?
job? Yeah, I got you.
All right, listen. I want a job. You know what I mean? I want a job. I want to work. I want to be under the learning tree. Just even, regardless of what role I play, I want to be under the learning tree of this industry. So yeah, man, that's my one. Like, if it's unfulfilled, yeah, it's my unfulfilled goal that I really have and I want. So in 2024, I'm going to have some tweaks and upgrades to my persona, my character. Um, so I'm in the pre-production stages of it right now. So we about to get some stuff cooking. About to be loud and clear about who I am and what I am in professional wrestling. So yeah,
Well, as a man that's never been in the ring, I mean, I
hmm
play wrestled in the backyard. You know what I mean? When we play on the mattresses and shit. So I'm just curious, what's the most painful move that you've had put on you? And what's basically before you get in and like we're doing certain things, what's the one move that you're like, man, I'm not looking forward to this?
uh, hmm. I would say something I don't like taking is superplex. Those suck because it's so high, and I don't do all that damn jumping. So a superplex probably it freaks me out because I'm flipping in the air and landing on my back. But like I can do it, no problem. But it's just, yeah, that's the one I'm petrified every time.
That's crazy. I would have thought power bomb for sure. But I mean, anything going up in the
Surprised
air
me
and
I don't
coming
know the
down.
power bomb.
Oh, well,
But the only person that can power bomb me is Jake something. So
okay, makes a
So,
difference.
that's the only
so as
motherfucker on earth I trust to ragdoll me.
so as you get ready, I mean, you gotta remember you took advantage of a time in the world where everything was on fire, but
Hmm.
because Vince Daddy cut a big sexy check to Trumpy's administration and $3 million later, pro wrestling is essential in Florida. And so
Trump.
AEW was also in Florida, and there was AEW dark shows being ran.
Hmm.
And you had students that were being called up
Hmm.
and getting thrown in there. I mean,
Hmm.
That's awesome.
you were literally the fucking main man of you were basically a matchmaker. I mean, hindsight 2020, Camaro, you got to give credit where credit's due. You were
Damn right.
literally the guy to plug in talent. So knowing that
Snap
you've got
happens.
and here's who I give credit to. I don't they can kiss my ass because I answer to nobody except Jesus. But I personally believe it was Camaro who paved the way for Warhorse versus Cody, which really put St. Louis on the map. How do you know that match came across? If you want to give us the backstory, I'll talk you through it, baby.
Uh, I really don't know too much about it. Um, I remember Horse War. I call him Horse. Because that's our nickname. Uh, just coming down to the Dynamo gym to work out or whatnot. Getting ready for the big match. So for the most part, just seeing them get bigger, try to get stronger for it. That dude, man, he works his butt off. Warhorse works his butt off to be the man. I fucking love Horse, man. This is something I will say. Like, it's funny. between Outlaw, like I've learned a lot from Mike Outlaw, but I've also learned a shit ton when it comes to being the man on the microphone from Warhorse. And man, that dude, he made me have in 2023. He made me have fun with the Quad Father. He made me have fun uh doing a promo or something. Cause like wrestlers, man, we're serious. We try to be serious and being big and bad all the time. But man, like he sat down with me. It's like, man, you can be serious, but you can also remember, like, this is still you, and I know who you are as a person. So just and he really inspired me to actually dial in with like my creative content, my promos. Think about like, okay, how would Camaro, the Godfather, react to this? Like, what would he do in his situation? And it's not always about me being I'm going to kick your ass tonight at 7 o'clock in the bedroom. No, it's it's having fun. It's having fun with it. We did one promo where it's a wrestling match. It was a 6-pack challenge or whatever, and each student was each opponent in the match. So I had who was in the damn match? Outlaws in the match, of course. Hankin was in the match. Sway was in the match. Uh, Karen was in the match. Graham. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Merck was in the match. Graham Bell. And every student I cut a promo on, they were representing somebody. So I was like, Mike Outlaw. I pounced somebody. Uh, Suede. I freaking threw a dumbbell at their head or some shit. So yeah, Horace made me. He made me think outside the box when it came to putting stuff together. So shout out to my man Wars. He's the most creative cat on the scene right now. Y'all pray for him because he's going through a lot right now.
Oh, well, Warhorse, baby. Hey, you got my prayers, Daddy.
Hey, all day long. God is
Right.
good.
Yeah, we love Warhorse. Maybe we'll get him on the show when he when he feels like it. Because if I can't make him laugh, nobody
Well,
can.
what's a matchup you're
Hey,
looking forward to or you want? If you could make your pro debut, you get signed tomorrow, right? We're going to speak it into
mm-hmm,
existence. You get signed
mm-hmm,
sometime this week, coming into the new year. And they're like,
mm-hmm.
who you want your first match to be? Who you calling out?
Randy Orton, easily. Randy
Randy
Orton.
Orton.
Randy Orton.
I'm sorry.
Dude, there'd be so much meat in one ring.
This dude.
Oh God.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Oh
Now,
man.
hold on. If we're doing that, then my next question: would you rather be with AEW or WWE?
Mm, you can't go wrong with
I've
classic.
always so. Uh oh. What? Uh oh. Hold on a second.
Let me stop using my superpowers. Did I ask the wrong question that caused his shit to go
Your
flicker?
superpowers were too strong, Devin. Think you knocked out
Oh,
the power on the other side of the bridge.
I guess I asked the wrong question. He'll be back, but
Oh, I'm not stressing. We might be under attack right now. You never know with the way the world's going.
dude, with the aliens, I'm gonna get him out of queue. Jared's gonna jump on and resend the link. But dude, other than that, I
Who
mean, he'll
would you
get
want
him.
to see him go against? I
God,
mean, I
if it
know
was
you're a huge wrestling fan. Who would you like if you could have it your way? Who you putting up big
like
Camaro Jackson against?
If I'm the booker, if they're
Yeah.
like Devin, you are the booker for AEW, dude. Camaro Jackson in AEW, you got to think about it. He has worked probably half those guys already, but I would love to have seen him work the Hangman Page, the Switchblade Jay White,
You know, I'm not a wrestling fan, so you got to fill us in who aren't like huge wrestling fans. Fill us in.
Switchblade. Let's go WWE. Everybody knows the WWE. Him and Randy Orton would be sexy. Everybody knows Randy Orton. Him and Rey Mysterio Jr. would be sexy. Everybody knows that. Him
Who is
and
that Rey
Dominic,
Mysterio around?
right?
He,
Him and
I was
Dominic.
watching that video of it's the Pounce, I think is what he said his special move is.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
that man. Look, I wouldn't want to be tackled by that man. The motherfuckers go flying across the ring, and if they call it staged or not, you can't stage that. He is launching them. Like he is
Yeah.
launching guys. Holy shit! Keep going though. I
But
apologize. Didn't mean to cut you off.
no, you're good. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, here's the thing. Jared wants to see Kendall Beck and saying CJ Him was fired. What is this high about Kendall Beck? I mean, is he a dad? Jared, is he tired? We need him on the show. That kid doesn't break. I bet you I could get him to break. I don't even mess with him like that. But I bet you we got to get Kendall Beck on the stage. Right. What I'm saying is, I know I
Holy
could.
shit!
I got Camaro to cuss. That was a big milestone. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
what I'm saying, I got him to cuss a few times. But I mean, gosh, circle back. What an episode. I mean, how's everything running on your end? We good?
I'm fine. I'm running smooth. You see, I had
Okay.
to change the scenery. I had to come to the
Yeah.
office. You know what I mean? But
And so
hey,
clearly I
there we
asked the
go.
wrong question. Would you rather it go to WWE or AEW?
Dog, when you asked that, my power went out for like a split.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's how much fucking energy you were putting out just then. You were like, oh,
Oh, the ultimate question.
Bruh. But
power
so
surge.
I've always wanted to experience wrestling before going to WWE because I feel like WWE that's the final pit stop right there. This is what I'm going to be until I'm retired. So I've always been I always wanted to mirror kind of how Eddie, Jericho, and all those guys did their careers. Like they went to Japan, WCW, they went to Japan, WCW, ECW, WCW, then WWE. And they were there. It's with the exception for Jericho. They all stayed there for the rest of their careers. Um, but like I want that same I want to experience each company that exists, country
Yeah.
that exists. So I want to try out TNA. I've tried
Man, I guess we're not allowed to plug in promotions or
Yeah,
else the
every
wrestling god
time.
the wrestling gods are like, listen, my
Every
child.
time you
Can
go
you
to
hear me?
saying, yeah,
My
we can
The,
hear
God.
you now.
yeah,
Like,
the wrestling gods are like, all right,
you said
Camaro,
TNA
listen.
and it just froze
You
you.
are
You were
not
like,
allowed to mention any more promotions.
Man.
So, with that being said, I mean, so when you think about it, AEW Collision's coming through January 20th. Yeah, I mean, so what are you gonna? Are you any involvement? What's up, Daddy?
You never know who you might see. I'll just say that.
They got rid of AEW Dark.
Yeah, I think so. I don't
They
think it's
did.
a thing no more.
The last time AEW was in town, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Was it not like fucking June of 22?
I think so. Yeah, sounds about
Okay,
right.
I found out Outlaw was going to be like backstage as an extra because that's what he will only account to, unlike you being on TV. But the fact that Outlaw was on TV, I found out he was going to be on TV as a lumberjack.
Uh,
I fucking got a front row ticket right then and there. And I sat in the chute because I knew exactly where they send everyone out because it doesn't fucking change. And I stood there at the railing. And as soon as I saw Mike Outlaw's stupid, ugly face, boo, Mike Outlaw. And he fucking lost it. He's like, Devin James, what the fuck are you doing? He laughed. I got him to break. And I just, this ridiculous boo of Mike. It just flows like, it's like Guten Tag or, Merry Christmas
Guten
or,
Tag.
follow Two
Guten
Tired
Tag. Oh
Dead.
my God.
It just
Hey,
flows so good of boo Mike Outlaw. And so that's why, I love that phrase so bad. But tell me, have you ever encountered someone
your
as
biceps are the size of your head. Like, real shit. Like, oh shit. Like, damn, I need to go back to the gym. Obviously, shit ain't working out over here.
oh God, yeah, I ain't going to no gym anytime soon, man. Fucking
Oh
Camaro
man.
does all the lifting for me. What's up?
Yeah, I seen him on that one of your Twitters, or not your Twitter, on your Instagram. You were benching 275 with an elastic band. I'm like, yeah, don't let this guy grab you. Fuck that. Like he's throwing everybody around. I was telling him whenever you went off for a minute, I was talking about the pounce. I was like,
Mhm.
whether they call it staged or not, you get hit like that, you feel that shit in your chest. I don't care what nobody says. Like I'm watching this man throw people across the room. Like, nah, fuck that. That's a monster right there. Okay, like, good God,
So were you
that's
backstage at SmackDown?
Yes, I was there.
Were you present when a shirtless, intoxicated man was backstage rubbing his nipples at John Cena's Cadillac Escalade?
What? What?
he ain't lying.
Oh my God. That sounds so familiar.
Uh, uh, it was also when I'm going to tell you what happened because we've brought this reference up before of what happened. As you know, Lukenhoff, you know Tim
Hmm.
Lukenhoff, and so ever since, I guess I'm breaking a little kayfabe here. I guess because I can't wrestle or do any MMA, and for me to stay relevant, I tell everyone that I am Tim Lukenhoff's personal bodyguard because there is no one stronger than me whatsoever. And so I did this before at a Raw show, and I ended up backstage. This time I did it again. I went backstage and I was like, "Oh, I'm here for Tim Lukenhoff. I'm his bodyguard." And I had my buddy Joey with me. We were backstage. I know it's stupid. It's whatever. But listen,
It works.
it worked. They didn't question shit. I got my fucking. Here's where I'm gonna make Camaro fucking jaw drop. I got the red bracelet that night, not the yellow one. And I'm
Oh
standing.
man.
I'm standing there, and the first thing I said, and I learned this from War. What was his name? What was his name? Stupid old. He's not stupid. He was the first. What's his name? Joe
Hmm.
Laurinaitis. What
Hmm.
was his? What was his? Road Warrior.
Animal.
Animal.
Hmm.
First thing Animal said when I met him was, "Where's catering?" So when I walked backstage of SmackDown, I said, "Where's catering?" And they pointed me, and I got the catering. Dude, I had that turkey sub that they were having backstage, and so did Joey.
Hmm.
They had some beers and shit and everything. My goal that night was to get a picture with LA Knight because I had a Car Shield jacket on, and he used to do commercials for Car Shield during the
Hmm.
pandemic before he blew up. So I might have been drunk, a little bit,
Shout out
and
to the company that pays us.
I was sitting there and I see LA Knight, walking around and he's just warming up and he's getting in the
Hmm.
zone. And I just said, "Hey, Overcharger, can I get a picture?" And he said, "I'm working." Just like that. And he kept like doing it. And I just said, "Oh, he's LA Knight. Eli Drake would have done it." And I walked, and next thing you know, I get like four people around me. Hey, what do we do? And Lukenhoff, I dropped Lukenhoff's name because I wasn't say I was scared or nervous. I just decided to drop Lukenhoff's name to try to get me out of it, and the only thing he got me out of was the backstage. So,
Oh.
hey, LA Knight, next time I see you, say it to my face again. Um,
Oh man.
so that's what happened. So, what were you doing backstage there, though? I got to ask.
Nothing. Just in catering, eating.
The same shit you were doing.
How did you get back there?
They invited us.
He's Camaro Jackson. What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, God, I'm Devin James. I mean, they didn't question it at first. Oh, dude, and that's the thing. I saw Outlaw and his drop. I was like, mm-mm. Like I just kept like, don't acknowledge me. Don't come on, like you don't fucking know me. I don't know you. Like I mean, you won't get in trouble, but just and I just kept.
Oh my God.
But of course, he directed me and reported me to the police. Knocked out. Other than that, Camaro, I
Well, I
Jared,
got one more question before we let you go.
Hmm.
For all the young, the youth, men, women that want to get into wrestling,
Hmm.
what are three expectations that you think they may have that you want to give a realistic point of view on, and then three words of advice that you would give to them?
Okay. Um, don't expect to make any money out of this at first. I will say that at first. It's very hard to make money at this. but not impossible on the independent level. Um, just come in with it with an open mind, but also don't let these motherfuckers walk over you. Um, Wrestling has progressed and changed for the better. And you don't want to be in a situation where people will verbally take advantage of you. Don't let those. Don't let them motherfucker talk to you crazy, hold wrestling over your head. Because in 2023, and even based off the experiences I had when I first came up, um, you just don't let people walk all over you. Because if
Yeah.
you do
Amen.
it now, it's gonna be a thing for the rest of your career.
Hey, that's
Whether it
life
be,
advice right there.
yep, yep,
That is
Fuck
life
them
advice.
all.
yep,
So,
100%.
and
Hold on.
the other part,
Yep.
yeah, that's what I wanted to go. Is the other part.
What was the other question?
3 tips that you would give for people looking to get into the career field.
So definitely work out, but don't expect anything you've ever done in your life to get you ready for this. Because I was an athlete going into this, and that shit sucked. It sucks. It's nothing like being in an actual wrestling ring and learning to hit the ropes, learning to bump, and learning to wrestle. That is the most stressful, tiring, the most tired you'll ever be physically when you're first starting to learn how to wrestle. Um, but I do encourage go to the gym regularly because you need to be in that mindset of working out and being sore all the time. Another thing, uh, read up on your wrestling history. So while I was in training, I read all the Chris Jericho's autobiographies, his books. Um, and I kind of it's funny. I learned more about like the back, not the backstage, but like the kind of like stuff you need to look out for when you become a wrestler. Like, I guess for example, like scumbags, making money, not making money, the travel, the long days. I feel like I got a nice precursor by reading Jericho's books because it's like as soon as I started wrestling, I experienced every hardship of becoming a wrestler and then some. But I never folded. I never was able to be broken by the circumstances that are in front of me. So yeah, just be mentally prepared for like I guess like in other words, it's disaster because this is gonna be disastrous. But like it's worth it. It's a long term investment. Um, I would say this is like one of the greatest investments I've ever like kind of been a part of. Um, and I feel like now I'm starting to now kind of reap the rewards from it. Like it's still an uphill climb, but like shoot, dude, I was telling my wife this the other day. Like wrestling has like affected my income in the most
Mhm.
positive way.
Yeah.
Um, so like missing like if I don't have a show, at least one show every weekend, missing a weekend of wrestling, it's a motherfucker. It's a
Yeah.
motherfucker. Because it's become like a good paying job in a way almost. So, um, yeah. So like it's like the higher you climb on the ladder, or the higher you try to climb the mountain, the harder it is to stay on top of that motherfucker. So it's a steady uphill climb.
Never quit
Um,
working.
Now, what do you just a really quick because you are there's an uphill climb,
mhm,
but then again, you got assholes
mhm,
who like come into business through like MMA
mhm,
and reach out to popular people like the Young Bucks on Twitter,
mhm,
get pictures with them on the Twitter and film a couple promos, skyrocket overnight, and then get booked in a Georgia wrestling show where they're making $500 for their first appearance. I mean, when you take a look, there are the Logan Pauls out there. There
For sure.
are
Yep.
the
They're all.
fucking the stupid idiot cousins. Everyone came
Mm-hmm.
to see me and Nathan tag team for some reason. Enjoy. Did you? I mean, just think about it. It's a lot. Our first show, Nathan and I made $500.
Mm.
That's a
Yeah.
lot of money. I mean, back in
Yeah.
2017.
Yeah.
And so, but that was because we built our way different. We didn't do, I'm sorry, the legwork that like. So what did I know you got? So what are your thoughts about the Logan Pauls out there, the fucking part timers?
Man, guys like that, man. Um, I like those guys because they should be wake up calls to guys who don't try hard enough. Guys who claim they want this, they want that, but they're not truly working to get that. Whereas guys like a Logan Paul, he can just step in the ring and be great.
The
So
I
now like the guys who want to be Logan Paul are the guys who say they want to be the best, but they truly don't want to go through. They don't want to grow. They don't want to grow what they want to go through. They don't want to. They don't want to be in pain. They don't want to go to the gym every day. They don't want to watch film. They don't want to go train.
They don't want to go
They
through shit to be the shit.
mm-mm,
But would you
mm-mm,
also
nope.
say that that low key is the power of a follow? I mean, a lot of
Mm-hmm,
nowadays, the era we're in the age of, you know, publicity goes a long way, and I say that because
mm-hmm,
I mean, I obviously I want them to follow us at Two Tired Dads, and I want them to follow you. It's Heel Camaro, correct?
mm-hmm,
HeelCamaro. It
mm-hmm,
That's on Instagram. Check us both out, Two Tired Dads and Heel Camaro. But that's in my mind, that's the power of a follow, and just having that
mm-hmm,
ability like us share you on a platform. We, what I'm saying, we hope you do the same. It's one of those things that skill, yes, follow, yes. When you put them
mm-hmm,
together, I mean it. I mean, you look at Logan Paul. You know what I'm saying? You look at Jake Paul. You know what I mean? Like
mm-hmm,
they have that
mm-hmm,
follow, but they have to also have the follow through. You know what I mean? When it
mm-hmm.
comes down to it. So
Yep.
they have somewhat of a skill set, whether it be charisma, whether it be the mouthpiece, whether it be the followers, whatever
Mm-hmm,
it may be. But that really shows the power of what a like can do, what a share can do,
mm-hmm,
and that's why I'm sorry to plug it that way, but definitely
mm-hmm,
follow us at Two Tired Dads, follow us at Heel Camaro, again, HeelCamaro. And I say this because, again, you're climbing the mountain. We want to help everybody that comes on our show, just like we want everybody to help us. We all want to get to the top of that mountain, but it
mm-hmm.
sounds to me like the wrestling mountain, man. That's a hell of a hill, like hell of
Mm-hmm. Because there's so much weather going on in that damn mountain.
Isn't
a
it always? Well, Camaro, we're going to talk about real life politics shit for a minute, and then we're going to kick it off. But I
I mean,
love
he's
you,
more than
man.
welcome to join
I
in. I
mean,
mean,
I know the politics make you cringe a little bit. I know you're like putting your. Do you want to stay on? Do you want to leave? I don't know. You tell me, baby.
I gotta attend to my kiddos. I post
He's
my
got to
episode.
tend to the
life of a
kiddos.
dad, we know.
And so,
Yeah.
with that being said, guys, Camaro Jackson, we love you, Daddy. Go check him
Love
out
you
on
guys.
Instagram. He's going to be at the Chaffetz Arena come January 20th for AEW. He said we never know, but we know. And here's the best part. We're going to do. Oh, by the way, I'll just tell you my little scheme right fucking now before you say there's some fucking asshole in the back with a mohawk. So I'm trying my damnness to get backstage to get a picture with Tony Khan.
Hell yeah.
Now you know. So when you get told that there's two assholes in the back raising a scene,
Claiming that
and
we're your security
we're
guards.
your security guards, like we just want a picture with Tony, and that's it. That's it.
Oh my
That's it.
god.
That's it.
Just
That's
don't
it.
say you don't know us, okay?
Just yeah, you gotta go. So,
Right.
we love you, Camaro. I
Love
owe
you
you a hug,
guys.
baby, and
Thank you
thank you for
again for
coming on,
coming
man.
on.
So, dude, let's get right fucking to it. Maine kicked
get it.
off Donald Trump on the ballot an hour ago before we went on here. Stacy, talk to me.
You said he's off the ballot or he's
He's
on the
off the
ballot?
ballot in Maine.
Man, look,
The shit
at
we're
this
talking
point,
about.
if you want to talk about we live in a controlled fucking government, man, I'm just gonna say this: people
When
open
did
your
it start?
fucking eyes, man. The 80s,
Can I go?
Reaganomics. You know what
Can
I'm
I go
saying?
deeper?
Like, I mean, if we want to go back further, JFK when they took out the last president that was looking out for the people.
That's what
Like,
I like to pull up my notes for everybody of how we got here,
oh,
because as
you're
we
fine.
know, history repairs itself. Just
Repeats.
hear
I
me
never
out.
stop.
Yeah. Remind me. Here we go. The War World II ended 1945. Everybody fucking knows that.
Okay.
Nazis government was ended. That was the
And they just went to
whole.
Ukraine, but nobody wants to talk about it.
That's what I'm trying. I'm talking about it. That's what we're talking about. It. Stay with me. I love you. Nazis were part of Operation Paperclip, which took place in 1945, immediately after the end of World War II. Operation Paperclip was where the U.S. government took the best of the Nazis, the smartest motherfuckers. And what did they do? Oh, you are no
Brought them into
longer
our NASA government.
you are now
Well,
NASA,
the
Daddy.
other side of that, though, is a lot of them fled to Argentina. I mean, you can
You're
look into
right.
certain spots in Argentina and you see German towns in the middle
Little
of the Hispanic
Germany.
country, and they speak German. They're proud of
I
their
think
German
where Hitler
culture,
went.
and I mean, they've gotten from some pretty solid evidence that he, was there and they say recently passed. But I,
Uh-huh.
I mean, you look at Ukraine, I mean, it is the Third
Nazis
Reich.
are in Ukraine.
I mean, you can look at all their symbology on their uniforms. And I mean,
Yes.
we got all these people. I mean, if you really want to call it what it is, Joe Biden is supporting them to a T. How much money can we give them? And that's why, again, I'm pro Trump 2024 because he's the only one that won. Countries are afraid of somebody they don't know what's going to happen. Okay. And with Donald Trump, I don't care what nobody says. None of us knew if this motherfucker was going to nuke some shit or not. And
Oh my
I'd
God.
rather live on the edge of we're going to nuke another country. And it sounds terrible, but I don't want to live on the edge of we're gonna get nuked. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Can we just hold on, where is it? Oh, fuck the rewind button. All right, you know what? Fuck it. What I'm saying is when I cannot wait to see when that motherfucker hits the because I know he's gonna hype it up. He's
hey,
like, oh,
he's gonna win by
which
the
one is?
highest margin ever.
Oh, it's this one. Ah! And
hey,
then like he is gonna
hey,
go
we're gonna
over
all
the
be watching the
top.
news like this. He just took out all of Europe, all of fucking Asia. Like, oh my god!
I just want to tell all of you something right now.
I
I
love
took a
America.
country off the map.
It
Gone
was fast.
to a crater. The news.
They were there, and then they
It
were
was
dust.
phenomenal. It was a phenomenal blast. Dust tremendous. Uh,
You
because
sound so
of
much like
my
him. It's fucking
swift
hilarious.
use of my finger on the button, I did it for America.
Hey, I can see him being like, just give me both fucking suitcases. Y'all don't need these. Like, real shit. Like, who's the other one?
So
Bring them in here.
the
Like,
CIA killed Kennedy in '63, man.
well, but see, we've all known. I mean, the CIA's been knocking out any public figure that's for the
But
people
they're the
from MLK,
Nazis.
Malcolm X to
The
JFK.
Nazis
They've been knocking
started
people off the
CIA.
map. Yeah. I mean, fuck, we're run by Nazis. If you really think about it, we're
Yes,
in a country, man, where we say we have freedom of speech. Okay?
we don't.
Fuck no. You say the wrong shit and you're in hot water. And it because I have an opinion, fuck, my taxes don't mean shit. My vote don't mean shit. But all of a sudden my word of mouth is something you're afraid of. I'm from the
That's
little
why I don't
fucking
vote anymore.
Midwest.
I told you
Yeah,
that. That's why I don't vote anymore
you
because
did.
of what happened in 2011. They never picked up our ballots overseas, man.
Well, you got to
It
tell
was
this
still
story
in the
for these people.
mailroom. What I'm saying is, listen, I'm not going to say exactly where. I'm not going to say exactly why, but I was going to say it was over an ocean. Lots of them in a very hot area where our votes, when I was in the active duty military of the beloved Corps,
Hey,
they never
hoorah.
picked up our fucking. It was the Obama and Mitt Romney bullshit. The whole fucking what was it? The pre motherfucking you pick these motherfuckers or whatever the fuck. They never picked up our shit overseas, man. And the fact that you're going to tell me that, like, and veterans don't get shit. I will say
Facts.
veterans get treated great in the state of Florida.
I believe.
But if every city was like Florida, I would not be driving there all the fucking time to get the respect and love and the things that I want and need. And so it's like this country has gone to shit, and you truly don't see it until you actually get out and see this country.
Shit,
And
until you
I
get out
hate
the country.
politics.
People don't realize how fucked up it is that the fact that we have food that they have to put warning labels on the moment it touches down overseas. When you talk about England and the McDonald's French fries has 3 ingredients, but you come here and it has 19. They try to poison us from the start to finish.
Well,
This
that's
is
what brings me to it. Yeah.
we run on a medical bill that we make our money on medicine. That is our country. And the quicker we can make you sick, the quicker we can start getting paid.
Thanks.
The quicker we get a lifetime patient. I can speak for my dad personally. I know he was misdiagnosed with diabetes, and this is was proven later on that he should have never been diagnosed with it. And he died at 50. You know what I mean? And this goes with medication. And so many people forget that I give you props for being a doctor and it's taking 12 years to go to school. But if I took 12 years to practice some shit, I should be an expert. You're still
That's
practicing.
right.
Oh, you're practicing after 12 years. I don't trust shit you got to say because what the fuck did you learn that you're still practicing? I mean, if you really think about it, 12 years, like as a barber, okay? I'm a licensed barber. After 5 years, you're a master barber, okay?
Yeah.
How the fuck you go to school for 12 years and you're not a master? Like you don't know your shit.
Yeah. Well, so they
Like,
say
come
the
on.
practice of medicine. Like it's just a swing and a miss. You know what I mean?
It's
So
because
that's
they
what I was saying.
all the time. Sorry.
So World War II ends in 45. The new Bible gets reintroduced in 1946.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, UFOs start coming in 1947. So they've been toying us, huh?
Demons, man. People, I mean, everybody wants to say aliens, alien, man, they're demons. We're playing with angels and demons, is what it is. The devil will give you things that you think are a blessing to fuck you in the long run, aka nuclear energy.
Yeah.
But keep going with what you were saying. I apologize.
No. I was just saying that that's how we got here. And at the end of the day, like, I'm scared, bro.
Well, you
Like,
know,
it's 2024 as BRICS is coming. More changes are coming. Like, I truly believe Mexico is about to be the new Canada. And it's only a matter of time before here. I mean,
I want to hear you out. I just laughed because I was like, that's a hell of a switch.
well, because I mean, they're about to become a BRICS nation. They're going to
Oh,
get their economy pumped full of motherfuckers, and it's going to become a safe area where everyone's going to be flourish and real estate's going to be cheap.
man, they just had a dude on the internet straight from one of the countries that are at war right now saying flat out to Joe Biden, we're going to see you in your house and we're going to turn that White House black. And like, I don't think people realize how serious that is. Like, they're literally, and you know what? Shoot myself in the foot if I am. The ATF is out here taking guns from people that want to defend our country, but they're bypassing laws for illegal immigrants to have guns because they want to make them part of a police force. Bullshit. Bullshit. You're not a citizen and you're trying to give them guns? Like, come on now. Like, there are gun store owners all over the country talking about how the hell are we bypassing these laws to get approval. You got New York City, the mayor talking about we can't house any more immigrants and you're sending us another 25,000. They're
Who said they're
literally
going to
saying,
paint our shit black?
I'll send you the video.
Okay, yeah, do that. I was going to say, I
But
don't want to,
when I tell you they're literally telling us there's sleeper cells. Hamas
yeah.
is literally saying we have sleeper cells that you think shit is gonna be there. Man, look, we're bringing this shit to you. And when they say shit like that, like I don't think, man, look at history. These people don't play. They were they playing when they said they were gonna hit Israel? Have they
Uh-uh.
played about shit that they've said? No. And like going back to the Nazis, and we're talking about, NASA and shit, everybody knows Hitler was big on seances. Hitler was big on playing with fucking demonology, okay?
Yeah.
And you talk about in 45 and 46, you start seeing the pop up of UFOs. Man, when you're playing with spirits, you're playing with dangerous shit. You know what I mean? And like, they talk about like I'm one of those people. You pull a Ouija board out in front of me, I'm gone. Okay? Like I'm not playing with it, whether it's a board game, whatever it's not. I believe in that shit. And I'm not letting shit. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm gone.
Jared, get me a Ouija board. I must try one. I've never tried
Yeah,
one.
I will shit myself and just make sure you close the portal at the end of it because I'm telling you, I won't be at your house until you've properly closed it because
I
there's
must
some
know.
crazy shit when I tell you, man, before you start playing with it, do some reading because when you think about they started marketing this shit back in those times to kids. You know what I mean? Like this is a thing that we've been playing with angels and demons for a long time. Okay. But America, the world right now is welcoming things at a level that they've done so much a separation of church and state and misrepresentation of the church and misrepresentation of the Bible for profit that so many people have gotten away from really what concepts are and what really is, treat others the way you want to be treated. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I don't think the 10 Commandments are really that hard to understand. Don't kill people, don't steal from people, honor your parents. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are things that in my mind
Don't
should be
covet a
fundamental.
man's wife
Don't covet a
or
man's wife.
die.
Don't worship a false idol. Like, these are things that you would think would be normal in your process of thinking. Like, yeah, I shouldn't be out there killing people. I shouldn't be out there stealing from people. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a normal thought process, but people want to publicize the shit on the television, not realizing the long term consequence. Like, I think about my son, he's 5, and I think about so much shit that has changed in my 34 years on earth that I'm afraid to see in 30 years what it'll be for him. It's scary. The shit that people welcome in their homes and don't even know that they're welcoming it just because they want to play these games. You got, like we've talked about before, these pedos, you know what I'm saying? That you got people trying to push agendas. You got everybody wants to let a kid, man, if we get canceled, I'm sorry, but you want to let a kid pick their gender. But if I were to go get my son a tattoo, you'd have a fucking conniption.
Yeah.
Like where are we at on the levels here? You know what I mean? Like you can't tell me to be a parent here, but not be a parent here. But then you want parents to give all of their rights to the state. And honestly, anybody you send your kids to school, your school has more rights over your kid than you do. So just as parents, and I said we've talked about this several times, man. Let's be dads, man. Like I'm proud to say that my son will be quick to say that's for girls. You know what I mean? Like I'm sorry, I grew up in that generation. Certain things are for girls,
Hey, to
certain
each
things
its
are for
own.
boys. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that it's not okay for yours to do it. I'm just saying that in my household, I need him to understand his gender before he wants to try to explain to me gender, and he don't even know what the fuck gender is. You know what I'm saying? All like realistically, as a kid, I'm pretty sure we all remember our mom was, you got to Peter, keep your Peter away. You know what I'm saying? Don't pee in public. Like little shit that you know what I'm saying. As a boy, I know I'm sure you were told.
Don't shit in your teacher's trash can.
Well, I never had to have that conversation, but I know I did get in trouble because I used to pee in public. That was my thing. Like I saw
Yeah.
a tree. My grandpa lived in the country. He taught me to pee outside whenever I couldn't get in the bathroom because there was a 1 bathroom house. Go outside and pee. I came back to the city, found out really quick from my mom, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? But there are certain things that you have to let us be parents. Quit taking everything from us and then blaming us. If you won't let us parent, what the fuck can we do? They're our kids. You're going to look at us if they do something wrong, but you don't want to look at us when they do something right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's generally how it goes. But this way, we at least know, as we said, this is the last episode of 2023. And as 2024 comes, we're gonna be a lot of shit is happening as soon as that clock turns. And we're going to keep everyone up to date on worldwide events. And we're going to, not really change the platform of the show. We're not going to change the style of the show, but we kind of are. Like moving forward, we're going to be talking more, not more guests, but kind of less guests every so often and talk about more worldwide shit. I mean, as we talked, we didn't get to touch base into this. Did you know the average per household fights when it comes to the dishes of who's going to do the dishes? It's 18. 18 times a month is the average times a household fights when it comes to doing the dishes.
I mean,
And if us dads can work on the home front, I think we'll be okay.
Hey, let's start with all of us tonight. Let us do the dishes and let's take one fight off that list.
And so, what a great episode back,
Yes.
man. I mean, we had
I'm glad you
Camaro
made it
next.
back. That was a long trip.
Bro, hey, you want to hear it? Because I know you didn't
Yeah.
hear it. I left. We left 5:23 is when I pulled out of the parking garage. And I made it back to Troy, Missouri at 5:15 p.m.
Man, you were floating that son of a bitch.
I was floating, and my boys did so good. We only had to stop 3 times.
Hey, that's
Every
only-
time we stopped, I capped it off the gas just to keep going. And Carrie, God fucking love her, she had an impromptu cart full of the fridge that we had. So she's up there making fucking sandwiches while I'm driving. She's fucking making PB&J for like we were fucking trucking.
Hey,
Shout out
that's
to
dope.
cousin Nathan for watching the house. Shout out to Stacy for handling the show. For those who
Shout out
don't
to you
know,
keeping it running on your end. You
don't
you
need
still
to
making
know.
your post and shit.
I'm
Shout
saying
out
you don't.
yourself.
April, I don't have to go back to Panama City Beach till April 10th. Hey, you might see a podcast from Panama City Beach. Depends how long they want to keep me down there. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, guys,
You let
we
me
are
know
head.
the dates. I might be able to submit that in. Maybe
Yeah,
we'll
we're
make
gonna have to. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, guys, grab hold of your fucking circle and get ready because
2024 is
we
gonna
got
be
through it. You got through it. We did it together. Other than that, bro, I'm tired. Stacy, can I just toast to you, man? Like, and it isn't the fact that I literally have 1, 2, 7, 8 bottles right in front. Hey, I've been down here since 3:30. Holler at your boy.
Hey, first and
I'm off
foremost,
work
Happy
still.
New Year to everyone. I know it's a little early. You'll be seeing our posts, but Happy
You'll
New
be
Year.
seeing our post. Jared, you got a lot of work to do with these clips that you're coming in. Other than that, Stacy, you got anything for us, man?
No, have a great night. Don't party too hard. Enjoy
We got
one
Josh
for me.
Augustine next week. Josh Augustine is a regional MMA fighter who was bullied as a kid.
Oh, that'll
And
be a good one.
he actually, yeah, it's going to be great. But other than that, you guys know how we do it out. Follow us on the Spreaker,
Facebook,
the Instagram, on Twitter. Hey, other than that, I'm Devin James,
I'm Stacy Pons.
and we are
You tired dad.
Bye, Daddy.